The Volkswagen Golf Mark I, launched in 1974, redefined compact cars with its innovative front-engine, front-wheel drive design. It wasn't just practical. It became a performance icon with the introduction of the GTI. In this video, we reveal the most surprising and little-known facts about this legendary hatchback. In 1976, Volkswagen introduced a revolutionary experiment that few could have imagined at the time: an all-electric version of the Volkswagen Golf Mark I, known as the City Strammer. Long before electric cars became mainstream, this prototype demonstrated that Volkswagen engineers were already exploring alternative mobility solutions. Unlike the standard Mark I, which relied on petrol or diesel, the City Strammer used heavy lead-acid batteries installed under the rear seat and in the trunk. These batteries powered a small electric motor capable of driving the car silently and efficiently without producing any exhaust emissions. On a full charge, the Golf Mark I City Strammer could travel approximately 30 miles and reach speeds close to 50 miles per hour. Modest figures by modern standards, but remarkable for the 1970s. Only a limited number were produced, primarily for government testing and demonstration purposes in Germany. Despite its restricted use, the electric Mark I proved that Volkswagen was thinking decades ahead, combining practicality with innovation. The original Golf Mark I GTI, introduced in 1976, began as a secret side project by a small group of engineers. At the time, Volkswagen management was skeptical about the idea of a sporty, high-performance version of the practical Golf hatchback. Undeterred, these engineers worked quietly in their spare time, developing prototypes with more powerful engines, upgraded suspension, and sportier aesthetics. Their goal was simple: create a fun, lightweight hatchback that could deliver spirited performance while remaining practical for everyday use. When the prototypes were finally presented to management, they were surprised by the car's potential. The GTI offered a perfect balance of speed, handling, and usability, something that had never existed in the small hatchback segment before. Volkswagen initially expected to sell only a few thousand units, but demand quickly exceeded expectations, making the Golf Mark I GTI a legend and the first true hot hatch. This secret project not only transformed the Golf into a performance icon, but also inspired an entire generation of sporty hatchbacks across Europe, forever changing the automotive landscape. By the early 1970s, Volkswagen was facing a serious crisis. The company was still heavily reliant on the aging Beetle, a rear-engine, air-cooled design that had become outdated compared to modern cars from other manufacturers. Sales were stagnating, and the future of Volkswagen looked uncertain. Everything changed in 1974 with the introduction of the Volkswagen Golf Mark I. This new front-engine, front-wheel drive hatchback represented a complete modernization of the Volkswagen lineup. The Golf Mark I offered practicality, efficiency, and modern styling in a compact package. Its innovative design appealed to a broad audience, from young drivers looking for an affordable and fun car to families needing reliable transportation. The Mark I quickly became a commercial success, generating the revenue and market confidence Volkswagen desperately needed. One of the lesser-known but fascinating features of the Golf Mark I diesel models was the placement of the spare wheel in the engine bay. Unlike conventional cars, where the spare tire is stored in the trunk or under the rear of the vehicle, Volkswagen engineers found a clever way to maximize cargo space in the compact Mark I. By positioning the spare wheel above the engine, they freed up valuable room in the rear hatch, allowing for more luggage or everyday items without compromising practicality. This unusual design choice also reflected the efficiency-driven engineering philosophy of the Mark I. Diesel engines were already compact, and placing the spare wheel in the engine bay required precise packaging to ensure it did not interfere with heat management or maintenance access. While it may seem odd to modern drivers, owners of the Golf Mark I diesel quickly appreciated this clever solution, which balanced convenience, functionality, and innovative design in a truly practical way. The Golf Mark I GTI featured a distinctive golf ball-shaped gear knob that became an iconic symbol of its sporty character. More than a playful nod to the car's name, the gear knob emphasized the GTI's fun and performance-oriented personality, setting it apart from standard Mark I models. Inside the cabin, this small detail complemented the red-striped sports seats, unique interior trim, and driver-focused layout, creating a cohesive and engaging driving environment. Ergonomically designed, the golf ball gear knob fit comfortably in the driver's hand, enhancing the connection between car and driver during spirited driving. Beyond its practicality, it reflected Volkswagen's attention to detail and willingness to inject personality into a compact hatchback. Today, original Mark I GTIs featuring the golf ball knob are highly collectible, cherished by enthusiasts who appreciate both the car's performance legacy and its quirky charm. This simple yet memorable feature continues to symbolize the playful spirit that made the first GTI a revolutionary and beloved hot hatch. The Golf Mark I used a manual choke control on its carbureted engines to manage cold starts efficiently. Carburetors require an optimal air-fuel mixture for ignition, and cold engines cannot vaporize fuel effectively, often causing stalling or rough running. The choke lever allowed the driver to temporarily enrich the fuel mixture, increasing fuel delivery to the engine and ensuring smooth startup in low temperatures. This mechanical system was simple yet highly effective. Once the engine warmed up, the driver would gradually release the choke, restoring the normal air-fuel ratio for optimal combustion and fuel efficiency. Unlike modern fuel-injected engines, which automatically adjust the mixture based on sensors, the Mark I's system required manual intervention, giving drivers control over the starting process. The design of the choke lever was straightforward and durable, integrated into the dashboard for easy access. It minimized engine wear during cold starts and improved overall reliability, especially in regions with colder climates. Understanding and using the manual choke correctly was crucial for maintaining engine performance and longevity in the Golf Mark I's early carbureted engines. One of the most appreciated qualities of the Volkswagen Golf Mark I was its simplicity of maintenance. In an era before computer diagnostics and complex electronics, the Mark I was designed with straightforward engineering that allowed owners to carry out much of the servicing themselves. Basic tasks such as changing the oil, adjusting the carburetor, or replacing spark plugs could be done at home with only simple hand tools. This made the Mark I especially appealing to families and students, as running costs remained low. Spare parts were widely available and relatively inexpensive, which added to its practicality. Even larger jobs, like clutch replacements or brake servicing, were considered manageable for a skilled DIY mechanic. For older drivers, this hands-on connection created a sense of independence that modern cars rarely offer. The Mark I was not just transportation. It was a car that encouraged learning, tinkering, and keeping it alive with your own hands.